Elden Ring is From Software's newest title, released in 2022. It really feels like they brought the heat this time around, culminating everything they learned in their past games, jam-packing all that into one massive super game, while also adding some extra tiny little features like a massive open world for you to explore, a mount to help you do exactly that, and roughly 120 different boss encounters for you to spend hours on. The journey on my first playthrough alone took roughly 150 hours, leaving me satisfied, especially when you defeat some of the hardest bosses as you get closer to the late game. The game starts by explaining the lore immediately. You got big scary words thrown at you right away, like darkness, gods, and if that doesn't deter you away, this dude here straight up calls you worthless and tells you to go kill a god. So like any good Tarnish, you do literally everything else possible, spending around 100 hours to explore just this tiny corner of the map because you couldn't afford to miss any flowers along the way. Yeah, this world is seriously huge. Like, good luck not getting lost. At first, the world map only seems so big. Yeah, that's big. But every time you stumble to a new area, the map ends up doubling in size, and it happens all the time. When you think you've seen it all, voila! New underground discovered. Like any game in the Soulsborne universe, knowing where the hell to go is basically impossible. Like, things are so cryptic in this game. You got this random stone, you got this other stone, you put those two stones together, and oh my god! Now you're here. Sure, there is the guidance of grace showing you where to go and which direction you should be traveling in, but will they tell you where your waifu has gone to next? What? Why is she here?
Why is she here?
Definitely the biggest departure from the past games is the addition of a mount, Horsey Boy Torrent, and this vast open world. With the older games, you had tight, condensed level design specifically to make you feel like you weren't going anywhere, and you had no chance of survival. Here in Elden Ring, get ready to be rammed so hard by gameplay, you're forced to get good. But that's really not accurate to a new player's experience, because the sheer popularity of this game means a lot of new players have given it a chance. Most of these guys will walk out of the tutorial, get crushed by the tree sentinel close to 100 times, and try to get stronger by going around and looting stuff. Oopsies! You were supposed to open this chest! Isn't it obvious? What is fucking wrong with you? Now you're in one of the tougher early game areas. Good luck! But this concept isn't new to Elden Ring. In fact, it's not even original to the Souls genre. Zelda 1 had a large open world at the time where players could freely explore and accidentally stumble into places too difficult for their current loadout, creating a feeling that you can't take this shit too lightly, man. Elden Ring is the 2022 version of Zelda for grown-ups. For example, one thing I really like is that the game gives you complete control to play however you so imagine in terms of build and weapon variety. These games have always had a lot to choose from, but here in Elden Ring there are a lot of weapons and armors to collect, and fashion and character expression is definitely important. But finding your playstyle and trying out a few different weapons is really where the fun comes in. Yeah, using a huge sword and cosplaying as Guts is a lot of fun, but doing that the whole game is meh, kinda cliche, kinda newbie, and uninstall. The obvious choice is respecting at the crazy moon lady and going full katana man and spamming L2. If you imagine yourself in your brain being cool and badass and awesome, you could probably do it in Elden Ring as well. Common to most open world games, after the release of Breath of the Wild, every direction you look there's something to do, kill, or find. See a random corner on the map? Surely there couldn't be a dungeon hidden behind all the shrubbery, is there? Oh shit, well there actually is, and you probably should check every other corner too. Well, now you have to look, or you didn't really game the game, did you?
Did you?
The completionist type gamer will probably spend hours and hours really checking every single corner, looking back and forth for secrets. There's really a lot to see. This world is dense, and there really is so much to find. Alright guys, I found this cool guy here chilling. I don't want him to die, because he's my only friend. We spend every single day together. He gives me gifts.
No! What happened to my guy?
Like all Souls-like games, this world is bleak and sad. Everyone is hungry and malnourished, trying to steal from you and make you sad like that. But don't fall for it, young Tarnish. With the power of your trusty steed, you too can become Elden Lord. Now with new mounted capabilities of Elden times, try simply getting the fuck out of there when outnumbered by larger groups. A very effective strategy indeed.
So yeah, mounted combat is finally here, and it feels so good. At first I thought it was pretty cheesy to kill dudes on the horse, and it still definitely is, but it just feels cool, okay? So I will personally allow it this time, and you will be fighting a shit ton in the overworld, so get used to it. The bosses in this game are straight up terrifying sometimes. I remember when I first played Demon Souls back in the day, I was straight up just chilling the Nexus with no intention at all of progressing because my young, pathetic little gamer fingers were too afraid to move forward. Too scared of the unknown, you could say. Elden Ring bosses are even stronger, scarier, and deadlier than ever.
No! Fierce champions! No!
Okay, this dude, Muck, the Lord of my nuts, is a straight up I hate this guy. I can honestly say I fought him at least 100 times, and I still couldn't clap his cheeks. At this point, I believe he's fucking cheating. This is some Mamma mia! Combat this time around is kept spicy and fresh compared to the last game by the addition of new systems like the Ashes of War, basically skills you can collect and apply to various weapons. Super cheap, super broken, super helpful. You also got your mount and trusty partner Torrent, and mobility and movement of most weapons has gotten tighter and more responsive for the most part. So we feeling good in here, boys? Multiplayer is back, and that's tradition for these games. Exploring this world together with a friend is definitely a treat. You could spend literally countless hours getting into wacky shenanigans. Yo, it's Elden Ring confirmed. Look, when you do this, Elden Ring.
Oh, dude, Elden Ring confirmed.
And whether you like it or not, it will actually be ours. Because unfortunately, while co-oping with a homie, you cannot ride your horse at all. And perhaps you could argue that because of that one detail specifically, summoning in the open world is a bit tedious. This is kind of a bummer, I won't lie, but fortunately, PC gamers seem to have solved that issue with mods, if you're willing to go down that route. Console players though, you just get a big RIP, and should probably just stick to summoning in dungeons and caves for the most part. In the past games, what kept me really playing for the longest after release was the PvP. I used to destroy homies back in the day in Dark Souls 1 with the most janky teleportation backstabs ever, and they would do the same to me. It was glorious. I honestly haven't done as much PvP in this game, mostly because I'm playing on the PS5, and the Wi-Fi I currently use seems to be absolute hot dog water, so I haven't really got to dive deep yet. Although I notice it's a bit spammy, and it's mainly use Ashes of War until you win, so I don't know if I'm missing out. I'll probably make a PvP focused video coming soon in the future, so stay tuned, my dudes. So that brings us to now. So I was extremely close to beating this game. I was literally struggling on Millennia, but I was feeling good.
Really?
And hopeful of the future that I could win. I still had to face Muck and only a few more bosses, and I'd be done with this insanely long journey at last. Or at least I had thought so. But somehow, like a cool guy, I deleted my 150-hour file while watching some podcasts and playing at the same time. I was honestly crushed, and I didn't play the game for a while after that, so this video has taken me some time, I can admit, and I'm very, very sorry about that. So at the time of writing this, I haven't actually become Elden Lord yet. I know. I have done you guys a disservice of calling this video a review. In that regard, I have failed. And I'm still playing the game on the side, and this time I'm using a shield. I'm a huge Dark Souls fan. I've been playing the game since Demon Souls, and I've played all of them since, so I was very stoked for this game to release when it got announced. And I'm happy to be living in the timeline where I got to experience it finally, and make videos about it. I think Elden Ring will go down in history as the peak of what a Souls-like can be. Maybe the game isn't perfect, some people have complained about the reusing of bosses in certain areas, but I hardly care about that. If I had to say one thing, I believe the endgame dragged on a little bit. I had a lot going on in my life, I had to take a few breaks away from the game, but then coming back rusty made it so much harder for me to wrap it up quickly and efficiently, so everything is just taking so much longer. But I still enjoyed myself a lot, and I can still highly recommend the video game. And I think that maybe the earlier portions of exploring can be the most fun in this game. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and moderately backstab the like button from 30 feet away as if you're in Dark Souls 1. Thank you so much for watching. I can't believe our last video actually hit 500 views. For a smaller channel like mine, that's just pretty amazing. And I'm so thankful for everyone who supports and watches and enjoys the videos. You guys mean the world to me. Sincerely, from your boy. I appreciate you guys. Have a good week. Have a good life. Stay safe. See you guys next time. Ciao, ciao, gamers.